Hey, what's up? Peace and blessings. This is Jovhannah, the Spiritual Love Healer, founder of Healing Single Mothers, and owner of the Spiritual Love Sanctuary. I had such a hard time getting up this morning. It's a beautiful rainy day, and I didn't want to get up. So I also was being very intentional about getting back into my morning rituals and habits, which include my daily prayers, reading from my spiritual book, which is in my office now that I'm thinking about it, and really just creating space for myself before waking up, which has been off for a little while. So I really made the time to do that and just kind of allowed myself to rest until I was truly ready to awaken and start moving around. And then I decided I was going to do a quick video. So here I am. Got my candle lit, some incense going, and it feels really good just to make this space for myself. I talked about self-care the other day and the importance of doing that, which is what made me really start to get back into my daily practices. And I have these journaling prompts. It's like a journal that I kind of created for myself that has about 10 or 15 questions that I would go through each morning and do, and I have not done that in a while. So I've got some time set aside to do my journaling, but I also wanted to just do a quick reading on the energies surrounding us, and just to kind of give some spiritual insight and guidance into things right now. So let us see. So the first card that came out was the Star card, which is interesting. It's been appearing a lot this month, and that is all about healing. It's about hope, faith, renewal, and being guided to by spirit, by divine source, by God, by your inner being, which I think is definitely needed at this time. So I'm just going to do a reading off of these 4 cards. We have the Star card, which is all about healing, and with her blowing on this conch shell, I feel like it's also a call for healing. Like it's a call to acknowledge the healing that needs to take place, whether it's on the grand scale as we look at all of the energy that's being pushed and moving behind the systemic racial injustice here in America, or even on a smaller scale if it's personal within your home or within yourself, healing that needs to take place. One of the things that I wrote about last week was that there is deep healing needed, especially for those of us in the Black community. And as I thought about that, I thought about, my own relationships and where within myself do I need healing. And so to see this card that kind of echoes that sentiment that, healing is needed. And then we also have here the Knight of Cups, which is representative of offers of love. And I feel like at this time, it's a reflection of self, looking at yourself and loving what you see. And if you see parts of you that you don't feel are in alignment with you, then how can you bring healing, bring understanding to those parts? And it's also a reminder too that, what we see in others is a reflection of ourselves, right? Because we're mirrors. And so looking at it from that context, when we see someone who is different from us, then if we can start to have that awareness that we are all mirrors, that we're all reflections of ourselves, again, that can bring in healing. And then we have the Chariot, which is moving forward. It's taking action, focused action on those things. And so what changes do you need to make? Right now is a really great time to set a goal for yourself and to figure out where you want to be. And so that may involve some quiet time, some rest, some meditation, some self-care, because we have been bombarded with trauma forever, right? And it's even more so now because of everything that is happening, all the lives that have been lost and are continuing to, to be lost. It's important that in order for you to get to this space of healing and awareness, that you take a break, that you be a little more mindful of what you're putting in your mind, of what you're consuming, and give yourself time and space to rest, to relax, to take care of yourselves. That kind of goes back into the self-care, knowing that you need to care for yourself better, and actually taking the action to care for yourself better is what I'm getting here. I know for myself, like, I have been experiencing a lot of anxiety. And for me, how it shows up is through like feeling irritated, throwing myself into my work, the need to always be busy, like I have to do something. And so the past couple of weeks, I've allowed myself to just not do anything, especially on the weekend. And that has been so therapeutic for me. So for some of you, this chariot is probably calling for you to slow down, like, put the horse back in the stable and allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to really reflect and rejuvenate. Because if you continue to push forward, to continue to take in all of this energy, but you're not dissipating it anyway by maybe taking spiritual baths, going for walks, talking to people, having, uplifting conversations, then you will break down over time. So I feel like here the focus is going to be on healing. It's going to be on really reflecting inwardly, as well as being more open-minded and remembering that, we all are one, we all are connected, and just remember to truly take care of yourself right now and always, right? So that was just a little message today. I wonder what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Nurturing, loving yourself and others. So yeah, that definitely ties in with the message that I shared. Be gentle with yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, next week on Monday, right? Because that's the 22nd, we will be doing a meeting for the monthly healing circle. So I would love for you to join me. I am going to trying to see what the topic is for next week because I'm excited. Hang on. I almost forgot. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. So June, oh yeah, June, we're talking about dating in 2020. So I have some really interesting insights on that, and I hope that you join me. Visit healingsinglemothers.com/circle and register to join, and I will see you in the circle. Peace.